Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the old-time Heroes Tournament. It's going to be a wild epic proportion. A tournament with to determine who's the strongest. Welcome to the podcast about this tournament. Hi, my name is Narasaki Fan in Kentucky, and this is Phineas DS.
Hello.
Welcome to this story fanfic of the Heroes Tournament. And you name it. It's Sora, Naruto, Ichigo, Luffy, Spider-Man, Cloud, all about those heroes are about to duke it out in a tournament in order for them to go home against the villain that plans to use their powers. Well, we're gonna start with this. Sora just rescued Kairi from after being struck down by Xehanort, and he used the power of wanking. Then he meets Zora and has the battle of his life against him. And boy, he had a tough time, but he prevailed.
Oh, no, you have no idea how tough.
Yeah, I still haven't fought him. Anyway, then
you'll see. Oh, you'll see.
Meanwhile, at a world in Kahuna, Naruto Uzumaki is hanging out with his friend Sakura Haruno, training. He's saying, in order to find Sasuke, I need to get stronger. Sakura spar with, but before he could, he faded away like a lot of Marvel heroes did in Infinity War.
The blip?
Yep.
Doesn't Sakura blip too?
Yeah. Only she blips in another side of the universe. Meanwhile, Luffy was set sailing at the sea. He says, "All right, another." He's claiming to be king of the pirates. Then he disappeared as well.
Then the cruise falls on Zoro, which good luck with that.
Yeah.
Because as you know, Zoro has no sense of direction.
Nope. I'm watching One Piece. I just finished the Arlong arc, but yeah.
Because that's why they need Nami.
Yeah. I could see Nami being worried about Luffy, but then she disappears as well.
I'm guessing they just anchor back in Water 7 then?
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine, since there's really nothing they can do without either of them.
I know. Then Ichigo was at school. He just got the Soul Reaper. He just finished off his mission at the Soul Reaper. Then he disappeared as well with Rukia.
Oh, so this is like post Soul Society then.
Yep.
So he hasn't even met Grimmjow yet.
Nope.
So I'm guessing his villain would probably be Byakuya then?
Sure.
Since Aizen's like taking a break for a while during that.
Really?
Yeah, he's got to wait for the Hogyoku to awaken and build his army, so it's going to take a while. It took a while.
Okay. Meanwhile, the next when Sora Deku at My Hero Academia. He just
Maybe,
I don't know much. But what would he do before he disappeared?
I'm trying to think of what arc I can use for this. Maybe. See, where I'm at right now, he just got Black Whip, so maybe after the Endeavor Agency arc.
Right. Okay, we'll do that. The next hero is Gohan. What arc would be good for him?
Probably post Cell, so we could have Super Saiyan 2.
Okay. And
Piccolo.
Next hero is Natsu.
Maybe going.
What?
Okay, so that one probably right before the Grand Magic Games.
Okay.
Because that's the only way Agnologia can show up since he didn't meet him until Tenro Island.
Yeah.
Maybe here he was training with Urza and the two of them just disappeared together.
Yeah. And the last two heroes we see disappearing, it's going to be Edward Elric and Spider-Man. First, Edward.
It is like post-ending Full
Yes.
Metal Alchemist,
Yes.
where he's got his arm and leg back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden he disappeared while he was thinking about asking Winry to marry him.
That classic scene.
Yeah. Then he disappeared. Then he wakes up. And the first person to wake up to find themselves in a strange world is Sora. He looked at his hand, the hand where he held Kairi's. Then the first person he sees is Naruto. He walks over there and tries to wake him up. Then he sees Luffy. Then Luffy wakes up like, causing Sora to fly out and fall down. Says, "What the heck, man?"
I get a feeling if Luffy and Urza met, it's like, you sound familiar. So do you. Mostly because they're played by the same actress.
Really?
Yeah.
And I can see when Sora meets Naruto and say, "You look familiar." He says, "Yeah, there's something about you too." It's a reference to my Kingdom Hearts Naruto.
Right, they see the lives of their other selves in the other timelines.
Yeah.
Maybe
then,
Peter would try to explain that to them.
Yeah. So what is this place? Then they hear, you're in the battle. You're in the arena of the battle tournament. They all looked up to see a hooded man with a dark sleeve. We don't see his face yet. It's gonna remain mysterious until the final part.
I feel Sora would get Master of Master vibes.
Yeah. Who are you? Sora asked. I am called many things. They call me the most vile, despicable person ever. But you may call me Andy.
I feel Peter would just bust out laughing and make a joke.
Peter would say, "Andy, let me guess, I'm Woody, they're Buzz." And Sora says, "How do you know Woody and Buzz?"
Way to kill my joke, kid.
And Sora said, "No, I mean, how do you meet him? Look." He shows a picture of him and Woody and Buzz. Says, "What? You're friends with these Disney characters?" Said, "Yeah, it's long."
I was like, "You have no idea."
And Andy said, "Silence! And how dare you mock my name? It is a cool name." He's gonna be based off of Dark Helmet a little bit, but more competent.
Okay.
Hmm.
See, with anything, I just get this flashback to Fairly Odd Parents with "You may call me Sir Finkelberg."
I remember that. Anyway, I called you heroes because I wanted to test your strength. I was reading all your stories, and I find them to be fascinating. So I called you so I call you upon here when you gain when I feel when you're all evenly matched. And so tomorrow, in 2 days from now, the tournament will start, and I will randomly decide your opponents, and the winner will go home free, and the losers dies. The heroes all frown in fear. It says, now, since you're all tired and famished, I'm gonna give you 3 days to rest. You may relax in your rooms, but you can hang out here. Just don't leave the door to the other dimension, or else I will use I will use this button in my arm and smash it to shock you.
I feel like you'd have a place where they can't even get out.
Yeah, that's what it is. If you get out, it'll shock you, and you will never get out.
Or if they tried, they'd fall into a void and be never seen again.
Right. And meanwhile, at Yensen's tower, they all ask what to do, and Yensen says, "I'm afraid Sora's gone beyond to a universe where it's beyond my power to check where he is." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Kyrie says, "There's something we gotta do." And he says, "Maybe there is, Kyrie. I am sending you to a portal. You will team up with a bunch of heroines to as they too have heroes to find." But she sees the holograms of the heroines, Sakura, Nami, Ezra,
Urza,
Ochako,
Riza.
and says, "Why me?" Because you are the closest to Sora's heart in terms of strength and love. And Kyrie says, "Love? I don't love." And Riku says, "Oh, please! I saw you share the Palpoo. Everyone could see that you love him, even Maleficent."
No, even a blind man could see.
Right. Or in real life, even Stevie Wonder could see.
Yeah.
And Kyrie says,
So, question: while they're doing this, has like time actually passed in like the other worlds where these heroes disappeared in?
"Yeah,
Okay, maybe or at least it moves slower there because with Natsu and Urza, they're just gonna go into like their own big tournament.
right." It's like it could be a year from now in one world.
Or maybe all the time they're in there, only seconds pass between worlds.
Yeah, like it could be Christmas Day in one world, and it being in another world the next year.
See, for some reason, I see this stadium as being like the planet on the gladiator fights on Sakar,
Yeah,
and Andy is kind of like the Grand Master.
yeah, he's like the Grandmaster and Thor, Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy's going to be based off of, like I said, Dark Helmet and Jeff Goldblum a little bit.
Does he do the ahs?
Yeah. And
does he,
were,
does he have a secret champion like Hulk, like the Hulk?
Actually, the villains will be the secret champions.
Ah.
Does that sound interesting?
Yeah. Oh, you'll have to beat my champions.
And then Sora and Naruto and the gang all go to the cafeteria for dinner. They can have anything they want, as long as they wish for it.
Naruto, I can see Naruto and Luffy and Gohan having like an eat off.
Yeah, and Sora feels disgusted.
Naruto would be disgusted.
Yeah, it says, and Sora and Naruto says, "So, what is your goal?" Sora Naruto asked. My goal, Sora said, I don't know. I can't say I just want to reunite with my friends, and I guess become a Keyblade master. That was my goal. Keyblade master? He asked. That sounds pretty silly. As a shot to how absurd the Kingdom Hearts plot is.
Hey, Naruto's plot's even more absurd.
Yeah. And Sora says, and this is coming from a world that ninjas can do these strange powers called jutsus. And Naruto said, good point. I guess
I would say you have a demon fox in you.
Yeah. And Naruto was about to say something, but hey, how did you know that? And he said,
Lucky
I read
guess.
Yep. Sora says, then Naruto sees a picture of Sora's phone. His cover is Kairi, him and Kairi, and says, "Who's that?"
And
he says, "That's my friend Kairi, or I wanted at least she should be more than a friend." And Naruto said, "No, wait, she's pretty. If she had pink hair and a red clothes, she would remind me of Sakura." And Naruto asks, "Who's Sakura?" He says, "My girlfriend, or at least I want her to be." It's complicated. She loves this guy named Sasuke. But she doesn't know how I feel about her.
I feel Peter would chime in and say, "Yeah, I got relationship troubles too. Nothing to be ashamed about."
Yeah. And Ichigo says something like, "Yeah, I have this friend named Rukia. I find her to be kind of cute." Because
Ichigo's one of those ones that actually keeps that stuff to himself, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Whereas Luffy doesn't really even understand it, so...
Yeah, he says, "What are you talking about?" Because if he said...
Luffy doesn't know, like, the concept of love at, like, all.
Because if he said that what Naruto said in Naruto the Last, I would have believed it.
It works more with Luffy because he really doesn't know the concept of love or care.
When Luffy says, "You love her," you mean like you love food? And Naruto says, "No, I love her because I'm in love with her." Why would I love her because of food or something? Like a shot at the last. Then they announced the draws from Andy's right hand man. How about Alagar?
Sorry, go back. I had to go do something real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna mute me.
All right.
Okay, now we're talking about the draws. You
All
know,
right. What were you saying before about the last?
oh, you know, Naruto said Naruto said something about no. Why would I love her? Because I thought, why would you love somebody because of food or something like that?
I can see Gohan saying like, "Well, work for my dad."
And Naruto says, "Wow, your dad sounds pretty dumb." And
Gohan
go,
says, "Yeah, he is." Having some abridged, there's some. It's a some of abridged Gohan in there.
yeah,
Like, your father's an idiot.
yeah. And
And
I
I'm just
think,
gonna come out and say it.
yeah. And and Sora asks, "Are there other heroes joining us?" And Peter says, "Yeah." Or this, I know one of them. Thor. His name is Thor, and some guy named Cloud. And Sora's like, "Cloud? Cloud is here?" He says, "You know him?" He says, "Yeah, we fought together." And then he
Not
says,
against me, tried to kill me,
"Yeah."
but
But that,
overall he's a friend.
and Naruto's like, "You're friends with a guy that tried to kill you?"
Hello, Pot. I'm Kettle. Have we met?
Yeah. Then he said, "Hey, Sora." Sora turns around, gasps. It was Cloud. At first I was gonna do Final Fantasy Cloud, but I I think we should know where Kingdom Hearts Cloud is.
I wonder what Deku's thinking of all this.
He's probably thinking, "Am I in some kind of dream?"
I think he'd be muttering to himself. He does that.
Really?
Yeah,
I heard he's based off of Spider-Man.
he kind of is, but he's basically a nerd since that's what Bakugo always calls him.
Peter's a nerd.
Yeah, Deku's always like in his notebook jotting stuff down and
Really?
muttering to himself.
You know what? I could see Sora saying, "You should not give up on Sakura to Naruto." Because I didn't give up on Kairi, and well, we share the Palpu fruit. And Naruto asks, "What's a Palpu fruit?" And he says, there's a legend about this fruit. If you share it with someone you really care for, it binds you together for eternity. Their destinies become intertwined." And Naruto says, "I gotta find one with Sakura. I gotta share it with." And Peter says, "Me with Mary Jane." Because they're the only one
Yeah,
that
I feel Deku would say maybe with the Choco and I could do that.
yeah. He's in love with Chaco, isn't he?
Oh yeah, yeah, they are. You'll if you watch it, you'll see the two of them interact and how they interact together. But yeah, she really loves Deku.
Is she is she like Sakura, a character like Sakura? And
Sort
um,
of.
she's not a Tsunade here.
Not really, I don't think.
Anyway, now it's time for the in the NCAA tournament, the bracket draws on TV. They're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like how March Madness does it.
yep. And the host is gonna be those famous college basketball analysts in a cameo. They just talking like it's a NCAA tournament basketball game, including Dick Vitale. He said, this could be a tremendous matchup. Sora versus Ichigo in the first round, baby.
I'd say either to do that or have Deadpool do it.
Okay. Actually, Deadpool would be even better. He could do commentary.
Bring Spider off when it doesn't start.
Yeah, and he could make a lot of sex jokes.
Yeah, he would.
And he knows it's gonna be
somebody try to be funny. Might as well be him.
Yeah, and the serious broadcast and the play-by-play and announcer, as they call him in sports.
Yeah.
It should be someone that's, since Deadpool's gonna be the color guy, I think it should be Clark Kent.
I could probably see that. I could see that. Have their two different personalities work off each other.
Yeah. The reason Superman's not in it because Andy knows if Superman's way too overpowered and could
So
destroy.
Clark's not gonna go Superman and risk everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
unless he depowered him like on Warworld.
Yeah. And he says, I kidnapped. And the reason Clark agreed to do it because Andy kidnapped Lois and he threatened to kill her if he doesn't do this. Commentary.
I can see Bruce holding that over him just to be funny.
Yeah, and would he get annoyed by Deadpool's? I can see.
Yeah.
Here's what the first round is going to be: Sora versus Ichigo.
Okay.
That's going to be the first match, followed by Naruto versus Deku.
Okay.
Spider-Man versus Cloud. That's gonna
Natsu versus Ed.
Yeah, they're gonna be part of the East bracket. Actually, Naruto would be in the West bracket. You know how it's East versus West? And Naruto versus, who did I say Naruto will fight first?
Deku?
Yeah. Then they face the winner of the Ed versus Natsu.
Okay.
And Cloud will face Spider-Man.
All right.
And
to be fair, I don't think you really need to suppress Spider-Man's power.
Yeah.
Unlike with Ichigo, Deku, or Natsu, or Naruto.
Yeah, and then Aang versus how about someone from, how about Link?
Okay.
The reason he won't get to do much because he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
I can see Naruto seeing Link and saying, "Hey!" Link says nothing. "What's your name?" And said, what's wrong? Are you deaf?" And Link shows him a glare, implying that he can hear him. Oh, and Sora says, Naruto, I think he's mute. And Naruto asks, what's that? It means he can't speak. He can hear, but he can't speak. And says, man, this is weird. Meanwhile, Kairi is at the other part of the world. She sees Sakura for the first time. Says, do you know where we are? She says, no, I just came here from another world. Sakura says, another world? Where are we? Then they see Ezra, Nami, and Katara and the others.
I think you mean Urza. Ezra is somebody totally different.
Oh, Urza. Sorry. Keep getting
I know.
those
I
mixed.
see. It sounds like they sound pretty similar
Yeah,
with how they're pronounced.
yeah. Sakura says, I'm looking for a friend of mine. Kairi says, me too. And they realize they're all looking for their friends.
Does Kyrie find them and they're in like the middle of a fight, fighting off like enemies and stuff?
Yeah, Heartless. But Heartless aren't allowed to enter the tournament building. But they're all allowed out.
Yeah, I can see like Riza and Urza like teaming up and fighting them.
Yeah, and Sakura and Kairi they team up as well. And she says, "You're
I mean,
pretty
like
good."
this is before Kyrie gets there. I feel.
Yeah, she almost dies, but Sakura punches the Heartless before it could get to her. And she says, I'm sorry, I'm just not strong enough. Sakura asks, what do you mean? She tells the story of how she got captured by Lemnis in her last match. And she says, now I gotta find him, and I feel it's my fault for Sora being missing. And Sakura says, no, it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. Your friend chose to save you. And Kairi says, and I didn't get the chance to tell him I love him. And Sakura says, Kairi asks, did you love this Naruto guy you talked about? Sakura said, no, yes, oh, it's complicated. What do you mean? She talked about her crush on Sasuke. And Sakura says, that Sasuke sounds like a real psycho.
I mean, Urza could probably relate to that.
Yeah.
Only difference is her love interest was actually being manipulated and is working to redeem himself.
Good point. And
I think Kyrie and Sakura would be like amazed at Urza's magic powers with the different armor she has.
Yeah. And they also how they find out about the tournament. They hear from a bunch of crowd, and it's a tournament, and they all see their love interests are fighting in a tournament, and they said, "Oh no, they must be brought here by this Andy guy." And which one would say Andy? That name sounds stupid for a villain. I can see Sakura saying that.
Yeah, maybe Riza.
What about Nami?
Yeah. So if Riza hears love interest, she'd probably be thinking of Roy.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not the Colonel. That's Ed.
And so, then where's Roy? Wait, if Sora's here, then maybe I can contact him. She grabs her phone and tries to call him. Sora, meanwhile, was
No signal. The hell?
Well, guess we got. How are we gonna get up over there? Sakura being the brains. Well,
Actually, I feel like it'd be her and Nami would be the brains of this thing.
yeah. Don't get me wrong. Kairi's smart, but Sakura and Nami are the smartest.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back in
So wait, would Tifa be searching for Cloud too?
yeah, of course, I doubt Kairi knows her, but she said Cloud when she says, "Did you say Cloud?
Yeah.
Are you Tifa? I know you from the I don't know you, but I heard people talk about you from the Meridian Garden Restoration Committee." She says, "Yeah, I'm looking for Cloud." And somehow how'd you get here? Kyrie asked. This dark portal somehow allowed me to transport me here. All the other girls say the same. Then Kyrie says, "All right then. Tonight we're gonna find a way to get to that tournament and rescue the boys."
Maybe Ochako can help them float there.
Yeah.
Since she can do that. The only problem is if they go too high, she can't float them for long.
Right. And then Kyrie says, "Oh, I got a good idea." Then she uses her keyblade and does a summon. She rubs it like a lamp, and it's the genie. Oi! Another crossing other dimensions can give you such a crank in the neck. Hang on a second. Wow! Oh, hey, Kyrie. I
see you have new friends here. And they ain't bad luck to say that. Know what I mean? Know what I mean?
And he does. And of course, he acts like Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I know Dan
did Robin Williams trying to be Eric Idle in that thing I just did.
Yeah. Then said, "Genie, I know it's probably impossible, but can you cross over to Battle Tournament and see what Sora's up to?" Then Genie says, "I'll see what I can do." Then he acts like then he pretends to be in a garbage can and sneaks off, like sneaking off. And somehow he missed. And then he sees Sora, my man. Then he hugs him. "Genie, how did you get here?" And he says, "Kyrie's here." She said, "Kyrie's here?" Yeah, she said, "Yeah, she's with a bunch of other girls. Tifa, this girl named Naruto's Sakura, and Ezra's here. Everyone in your main heroes are interested here, except for Mary Jane for some reason." And Spider-Man says, how do you wait? You're the G. Never mind. This is too much." Because he's in the universe where Disney characters exist.
Yeah.
And he was too confused as it is.
But to be fair, that's really not the weirdest thing Spider-Man's ever seen or been through, to be honest.
Yeah. Then when he hears him sound like Robin Williams, he gets a little emotional.
You okay there, Petey?
Yeah, he says, "Yeah, it's just the Genie sounds like a comedian I used to love when I was a kid. He's not with us anymore." I think that would sound respectful towards Robin, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So would Peter have his mask off the whole time?
No. Sometimes Sora asks, "Hey, Spidey, can I ask you a question? Can you take off your mask? I promise we won't tell anyone." He says, Well, since we're in a different world, might as well. And shows it to be Peter, and he looks like what he looked like in the PS4.
The original release of it,
Yeah,
not the re-release that made him look like Tom Holland.
yeah, that still bugs me a little bit. I mean, I'm used to it now, but
I can't get by it. It's just so weird going from like that original look to the Tom Holland look-alike.
yeah. And I forgot that said that I've heard your voice. Naruto said, "You sound like Sasuke."
Oh yeah, well you sound like Electro.
And who's Electro? And Spider-Man says, "I don't know." And Sora here sounds like that kid from the Sixth Sense.
Then Ed would go, Natsu, you sound like Ling.
And Genie says, "Don't get." And he says, "Hey, Deadpool, long time no see."
Okay, I would buy that they would know each other.
You would buy it?
Yeah.
He said, "How you doing, Genie? Are you still friends with that Aladdin jerk?" He says, "Hey, that's my best friend you're talking." He says, "I'm just..."
I take it back. Have Genie and Deadpool be the commentators here.
Okay. Yeah. Genie can imitate Howard Cosell. Howard Cosell was an old sports commentator. He was friends with Muhammad Ali. Because Robin Williams was good at impersonations.
Yeah. I saw a Watch Mojo list of video game remakes that fixed everything, and Ocarina of Time was on there, and they showed a commercial with like Robin Williams on it.
Yeah, I've seen that commercial.
And he says, "Oh, nothing's other the game or me," his daughter said.
Well, it's hard to say you're both magical. I remember on DeviantArt someone made a tribute to that, where Link was talking about, "Are you talking about mom or me?" So, hard to say you're both magical.
If I saw that, I'd probably tear up.
Yeah. Anyway, now it's time for the first matchup between Sora and Ichigo. And Sora says, "Whatever happens, whatever happens, I'm still gonna be your friend." And he says, "Are you always this cheerful and happy?"
Yeah, that probably would be Ichigo's response, since he's one of the more serious main characters.
Yeah. I've just watched the first 3 episodes. He's not dumb, is he?
Not like Naruto is. He's more dense and hides his emotions more.
Good.
Even if Rukia calls him an idiot at times.
Yeah. I could see Naruto rooting for Sora because of their deep friendship now. Come on, Sora, you could do it.
Or maybe think if they'd have like analysts and have it be Wisdom Boomstick from Death Battle.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. And Deadpool can say, "Oh, look, Sora's doing that movie made in Kingdom Hearts 1. You know what I'm talking about." He says, "Hey, let's not fourth wall break as much," Deadpool says to Genie. Deadpool said, "Oh, but that's what I do. Because the ladies love me."
I feel like Boomstick would also try to help commentate with him.
Yeah. And they hear the crowd, and two of them was Stan Lee and Walt Disney himself. He says,
"Oh my god, that'd be so cool."
"Yes, I think he sees Spider-Man and says, I think I know that guy. And
Yeah,
what?
I think I know that guy up in the commentator booth as well.
Yeah, what will Walt say?
Who is this blue man there?
And
He
what?
feels like something my company would make.
Yeah, and he sees Sora and says, I don't know why, but I think I see owning him. I see him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also, what's with that kid's shoes?
Yeah, because it's based off of Mickey Mouse.
I feel like they'd be those two old those old Muppets in the balcony. Walt and Stan.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just hope they're not ruined. Let's just hope that our work is not ruined by a bunch of whiny babies.
Oh, you gotta love in jokes.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I love about writing this. Anyways, Ichigo's strong power is what is it?
What?
What would Ichigo's powers that would hit Sora a few times?
His Getsuga Tensho?
Yeah, he does that against Sora. And
Because I think his Bankai might be sealed at this point.
yeah,
Make it more even.
yeah, and he looks like he was about to be the winner and says, "Sorry, Sora, no hard feelings. You're a nice kid, but I'm gonna win." And Sora thinks of Kyrie and says, "Think again." Then he does.
I think he'd probably block it and like knocks on Getsu out of Ichigo's hands.
Yeah, and he did it after he saved Kyrie from Riku. It's good. It reminded him of that.
Yeah.
Then he does then the Sonic Blade move. Then Ragnarok, which is probably, I think that's my favorite Sora move.
I rarely ever use that in the game.
Really?
I think I use Arms Arcanum more.
Oh.
Even though both did drain your MP pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Kind of glad they refined the magic in 2.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of didn't like how Cure takes away all your magic temporarily. You know,
Yeah. But it's a small trade-off.
Yeah. Anyway, after that, Sora is declared the winner. And you know what? I can see, everyone I can see. And heroes and characters of other franchises are watching. That includes SpongeBob,
The Eds.
yeah, the Eds. I can see Eddie betting on Ichigo against SpongeBob betting on Sora.
So what are they in this like interdimensional pub area?
Yeah. And how about Dexter? No, not Dexter.
I can see Dexter there.
Yeah. And he's with and he's fighting with Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
Who's the smartest? And how about Homer Simpson?
Oh yeah, totally Homer.
He's at the I can see him missing first round. He's like, "Oh, I missed the first round. Stupid donuts." Then he looks at it and says, "Oh, I can't stay mad at you."
I feel like if he had the space modes just drinking.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it'd have to be based off Moe's Tavern.
yeah, yeah, and
But we have like Space Mo there as well.
yeah, and his drinking buddy is Peter Griffin, and said, "Oh, it's you." They all kick Peter out because it's bad Peter.
Oh,
You know what I mean by bad Peter?
yeah, modern Peter.
Yeah. Then the pre-revival Peter comes in and says, "Hey guys, who the hell was that?"
Yeah. But I remember I just saw this this old early clip of Family Guy with the Y2K episode where Joe's melted to the ground. He's gonna fight a rat, and he goes, "Bring it on!"
I
I
still
miss
get,
that
yeah. I miss jokes like that instead of they had to be shocking.
because Joe would do that, fight a
Back
mutant
then,
rat while being
now he's a
melted into the ground.
now he's the butt monkey of the franchise,
Yeah,
or the black sheep. Actually, Meg is the black sheep of the franchise.
she's been the black sheep for a while.
Yeah.
All right, she's been the series punching bag for years.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right, we also with the space modes also have Bob from Bob's Burgers there as well.
yeah.
Because I remember this clip I saw of Peter backing up into Bob's restaurant and Homer's there as well.
Yeah, I'd never seen Bob's Burgers.
The only thing I know about is that the guy that voices Bob is also Archer.
Really?
Yeah.
I know the guy. There's a guy that plays Bob's wife. Anyway, back at the other round, Naruto is facing off his opponent, who I forgot, Deku,
Yeah.
and says, "I can see Naruto saying, just like Sora says, no hard feelings. Whoever loses."
Right. I'll give it all I can. But then Deku plans out in his head, but notice he can't fully access his quirk.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, I can't even access Black Whip
Can
or full cowling.
I Rasengan? Wait, I can't do Rasengan?
I can see
Can I do-
Naruto. Hey, Andy, what's the deal here?
Says you can't use your powers.
Well, at least not all your powers. We gotta make it even somehow. Because to be fair, some of you guys at your full are kind of OP.
And Naruto says, "Can I at least use shadow clones?"
Granted.
Yeah, shadow clone jutsu. Then they plan.
I can see Deku using a very low amount of full cowling at least.
Yeah,
Because that'll make that could pretty much counter Naruto's clones at least.
yeah. I could see
What happens
Naruto.
if it's a draw? Are they still in?
What?
If it's a draw?
Yeah, yeah,
Because maybe Naruto and Deku have a draw.
yeah. After their battle, their fight, the timer goes off and says, "It's a draw."
What is the time limit?
2 minutes.
Okay. Would each fight be would each day be varied up? One is a normal free for all and the other's a kind of a boxing match.
Yeah,
Kind of like
Free-for-all.
Rocky.
yeah,
It's just to vary it up because it would get boring if it was just straight fights.
yeah. It would. And the sudden death match is like a boxing match, like you said, a boxing match.
Yeah. I can see when it's declared a draw, Naruto helps Deku up and they just smile and laugh at each other, saying it's a
Yeah.
good fight.
And Sora says, "Way to go, Naruto." And Andy,
And Deku.
yeah. And
So is Luffy gonna fight Gohan?
yeah,
So next would be Peter and Cloud.
yep. Meanwhile, Kyrie and the others are in town, they see the characters from other universes laughing together, they see they somehow see SpongeBob SquarePants and Ren and Stimpy talking. Kyrie says, "A talking sponge." That sounds ridiculous. Because I remember that's based off what happened when I saw SpongeBob first promo. I said that's not gonna last.
You were so wrong.
And me and my dad laughed and said it was advertised for a year, and me and my dad says, "That's not gonna work." Then we watched the first episode together. We both loved it. He was a bigger SpongeBob fan than I was.
Yeah.
A lot of adults love SpongeBob.
Yeah, a lot of them like grew up with it that are now adults.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyway, then Kyrie says, "Is there a way, Soccer? Do you think there's a way for us to get in?" And she says, "I don't know." Then they over here one of Andy's bubbling sidekicks. They're based off of Team Rocket a little bit, and Rocksteady Bebop. He says, "Is Ichigo too bad the Deku Naruto fight was a draw."
That would perk Sakura and Uraraka up.
But what about Ichigo? What about Ichigo? Is he still in the dungeon? Yes, he's losing his powers as we speak. But with Rukia,
she'd probably be shocked and want to go save him.
Yeah. So
but I can see Urza saying, "Wait, we can't just brush in there and."
But my friend's there.
Think, Rukia, we can't just. If Riza also helping that.
Yeah, and Kyrie says, "I hate to admit it, but they're right. The only way to save our friends is if we find the rest of our friends, use our powers to defeat Andy." Right. Meanwhile, Andy was looking at the camera and said, there's a draw. It's okay. It's just one draw, but there's another one. We're gonna have to use sudden death."
Okay.
I could see him having a sidekick that he forced to work for him after he killed his parents. His name.
What's his name?
It's good. How about I'm thinking of a cool Japanese. His name is Ken.
Okay.
You know how it happened? Andy killed. Like I said, Andy killed his parents because he saw potential in Ken's parents tried to save him, but it was too late. Says, "If you want to live, you have to come with me." Then he takes Andy away. Takes Ken away, and he's been afraid of him ever since. And he orders Ken to kill Deku, so he can use Naruto. He rather uses Naruto wins than Deku because of a fox demon. He wants both Sora and Naruto's power. He wants them to be the winners. And when
So
Ken
was he fixing the fights?
What?
Is he fixing the fights for them?
Yeah. He didn't fix Sora and Ichigo because he knew Sora would win.
Excuse me a second.
Okay.
There you go, Ava. All right, I'm back.
Was that was your boyfriend's cat, right? I mean, your mother's boyfriend's cat, right?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, um, he fixed. He decided to. He announced that Naruto and Deku will have a sudden death match, and whoever dies, whoever gets thrown out of the ring first, will loses. And they both have. Then Ken, before the fight, Ken tells them what his master is planning because he's tired of his master um ordering him around and causing him to harm others.
Okay.
But Andy doesn't know him since one of you has to win in order for you to defeat him. One of you has to win, and the other has to throw away the fight. And I hate to say this, Deku, because I know you're a strong person, but Naruto's stronger. Naruto, you have to win this fight, and you and Sora are the only ones to beat Andy.
I think because mostly because Deku's quirk also hurts his body.
Yeah. Says
because I don't think he's got his gear that can restrain the power he's using.
Yeah. And I could see Naruto saying, but Deku said it's okay. I know you'll find a way to save us both. I know Ichigo is still alive, and we'll find him. And we need to find us for a way to save Ichigo and defeat Andy. Get back to our real world. Naruto said, "You're right. Just try to make it look realistic, okay?" And then they get in the fight, and Deku does the funniest bad acting voice ever. You know how in pretend fights they do bad acting voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, Deadpool or Gene saying, "Geez, Abbott and Costello could do a more convincing fake fight."
Yeah. Then Naruto grabs Deku and throws him out of the ring, and Deku thinks of Ochaku. As soon as he disintegrated to the room of darkness is what it's called.
And does he talk to Ichigo there?
Yeah. Ichigo's losing his power, and now Deku is too. He says,
which could be bad since All for One is a very powerful quirk.
Yeah.
Because All Might said an untrained body that her limbs would shoot off from the amount of power.
Uh-huh. And once Ochaku finds out Deku lost, Ochaku cried. And Sakura comforted her. She says, "I'm sorry. There must be a reason Naruto did this. He would never kill anybody intentionally. At least someone that's pure-hearted." Meanwhile, Deku talks to dark figures about their plans if things go south. Andy says, "Listen, I brought you all here to help to take care of those heroes, because I have a feeling that things won't go. It's his plan B." Then he hears Darth Vader. He looks at Vader. I see the Padawan is still alive. It was before. It was after. Of course, it was after they fought in Rebels.
Okay. I can see Cell being like kind of funny with talking to these guys. 'Cause now they kind of had him as like a comedic guy.
Who?
Cell.
Oh, yeah.
If you play fighters, you'll see how much more comedic Damian Clark is as Cell.
Yeah.
Because him and Frieza together are like a comedic duo.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Well, wait, if that's bad if Shigaraki's there
yeah,
from My Hero, since the dude can pretty much make you turn to dust just by touching you.
he's too OP to do that.
Well, to be fair, yeah, well, unless Andy's suppressing his powers, yeah,
Yeah,
like he is with the other villains, because he'll need that for Cell and Agnologia as well.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Kairi is looking for Kairi and Sakura agreed to split up with the others. They decided to go in disguise as one of the henchmen.
Okay.
I could see one of idiot henchmen, them staying a drunk henchman, and Sakura says, "Allow me." Then she gets into a disguise, in a perfect disguise, and the voice is her disguised voice is not going to be Kate Higgins. It's going to be will be a funny voice that'll come out of Sakura.
Can she disguise her voice? Is what I'm asking.
No, she can't. She does a deep voice in order to not be recognized. And she disguised herself as a man.
Okay.
Excuse me. Can you
Probably
find a way?
like Mulan tried.
What?
Probably something like Mulan tried.
Yeah. Yeah, and she said, "Listen, I have orders from the boss to get to the dungeon." And she says, "Okay, but only 2 people could go to the dungeon because Lord Andy allows it, and she's giving me the keys, and he's giving me the keys." And he said, "Lord Andy orders you to give me them." "I don't know. It sounds suspicious." "It's not." He said, "Okay."
See, this sounds like that high-pitched teen character from The Simpsons.
Yeah. There's also yeah. And it's also based off of that one Nostalgia Critic skit where he in Hook where he says, "I don't know. It sounds suspicious." "It's not." When he disguised himself as Captain Hook.
Yeah.
He does his voices.
One.
Speaking of Nostalgia Critic, of course, he and the Angry Video Game are there. Of course, they fight. They get in a street fight. And Kairi and Sakura looks and says, "Wow, wonder what those 2 do." And he says, "Do you know what they get in a fight about? What is the worst? What is the worst movie? Double Dragon or Street Fighter? Worst video game movie." Then Sakura says, Then Sakura has this feeling, says, "Naruto the last." And they all look at her and says, "What?" Says, something just
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. And Kairi says, why did you think Naruto the last?" And Sakura says, "I don't know, but I just had this vision of this movie and stars
It
Naruto and
was so fucking stupid.
yeah. Sorry, I just can't stop. I just can't stop bashing the last.
No, it's fine. I see like Nami saying like, "Oh, what next? You're gonna tell me you ninjas can breathe in space?"
And Sakura says, "Now that is stupid." Then Jimmy Neutron says it's possible to breathe in space. Then he said explains it. Then Carl sings. Then his friend Carl Weezer sings.
You know, it's funny you bring that up because I remember when we did the Lucky Chi one and I brought up the space thing. I think Lucky said they Jimmy Neutron it, and I was gonna bring up that part where he was going to, but Carl stopped him.
Yeah, yeah. And Dexter said, "Actually, no. It's scientifically impossible to breathe in space." Then Sakura says, "Oh, come on, Kyrie. Let's go find the keys to the arena."
Like, this is getting stupider by the minute.
Yeah, they all get in an argument. I just love I love writing the plot, but I love writing the subplots where the cameos.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I can see Eddie betting and getting rich off all this.
Yeah, and keep in mind this is pre-character development, Eddie.
So before the movie, which is what
Yes,
his only development was.
yeah, which was the perfect finale for the Ed and Eddie saga.
Honestly, yeah, it was. Which is rare you get that from a Cartoon Network show.
Yeah, too bad we didn't get too bad they had to revive Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know. Like the later seasons just look not as good with the animation.
and the storytelling and the jokes. mean, well, while they while they were on their way, Kyrie sees a cat, and she picks him up. And she's, "Oh, Sakura, look at this kitty cat." And the cat reveals to be Garfield.
Do you have any lasagna?
Yeah. Oh,
Did that cat just talk?
I don't think they can hear they can hear Garfield talk. He just speaks in his thoughts.
True.
And he says, "Yeah, kids, I'm in this story. What are you gonna do about it?"
Unless you consider Cartoon All Stars, where he was actively talking to everyone.
Yeah, that's true. But that's I don't consider that canon.
Well, yeah, because you had a bunch of other characters just like crossing over.
Yeah, you know, Cartoon All Stars could have worked if it was not a drug PSA.
Yeah.
I would have written as like the villains trying to take over and they have to fight them. That would have been better.
You know, I could actually see being Andy here, like voicing him.
Who?
George C. Scott.
Yeah, but yeah, too bad he's dead.
Well, let's just say for the sake of this, he can do it because the dude has some pretty over the top reactions that are
Yeah,
funny.
it could be like that nostalgia critic review where Vincent Price is calling him for the future.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What do you do? You magnificent bastard! I read your book.
yeah, and of course he would silent McLeach from The Rescuers Down Under too. Say some lines from that, like "No more Mr. Nice Guy," and he has.
I kind of think it was like a cross between George C. Scott and R. Lee Ermey.
Yeah, yeah, and he has this competent sidekick named Joanna. I can see Andy. Oh, they're getting better than after a few rounds. After the next round, he said, "Oh, they're getting better than I thought." Except for Naruto, they're all getting smarter, and maybe, actually, Luffy's the dumbest. I gotta think of something to get all
Which
their
is funny
powers.
because there's actually a fight where Luffy had to like turn his brain off to fight.
I, I know. Next, speaking of next round, who Luffy
Was
versus
it?
who?
Wait, was it Peter and Cloud?
Peter and Cloud. Yeah, I could see Spider-Man saying, "Hey, hey, dude, I like your sword. I like your sword, but I prefer Keyboy's sword or something like that." Do you
I
see
think
this?
he Thor, eat your heart out with that sword.
Yeah,
Also, how do you even carry that thing?
says I'm pretty strong,
Actually, I'm
and
pretty sure it's the Genova cells in Cloud that let him do that.
yeah, he's a Genova, but does Genova Clouds does Genova cells exist in the Kingdom Hearts universe?
I assume they do. I kind of assume they'd have to, since Zack is there.
Yeah, I could see Sora rooting for Cloud all the way. Then,
Though I can kind of see Peter getting the win in this one.
yeah, me too. But how? He could he ties the Spidey web and he catches him and he uses it in a trap and he spins around and Cloud gets dizzy. Then he trips over and Spidey kicks him and then Cloud disappears. And Andy says, "Good, I could use those Genova cells." Now,
Also, in the audience, I can kind of see like the other versions of Spider-Man, like Miguel, the Noir Spider-Man, and like the Ultimate version of Spider-Man. The crowd watching,
yeah, so that's our
and maybe
Peter.
the '90s one too.
Yeah, and then Deadpool says, "Hey, why do I invite this one?" Then they all go, "No, no, don't invite that one," implying
Which
that,
one was he gonna say?
huh?
Which was he gonna? What was he gonna say?
It was gonna be emo Peter,
Oh,
because even though I like Tobey Maguire, I did not like that emo Peter part.
yeah.
Even though that became a meme. And after that, Spider-Man does the funky soul dance, and everyone looks at him weirdly and says, "Yeah, I did this when I was possessed by Venom, by the symbiote. Don't ask it. It was a long story. In fact, you don't even want to know." I don't hate Spider-Man 3, but that part was stupid.
Yeah, it didn't really gel with how the symbiote usually is.
I know. I have a feeling Spider-Man 2 will handle it better.
I hope. Isn't the suit supposed to like torture Peter, like make him more aggressive?
Yeah. After that, Luffy, the final match of the first round is Luffy versus who was it?
Gohan?
Yeah, Gohan. I could see Gohan winning that.
Here's the thing about Luffy post Water 7, his his second and third gear are pretty good.
Okay, it'll be an
In
even
gear
match, but
2,
Luffy.
he can hit harder and faster.
Yeah,
Whereas gear 3, he can like make his fist like a giant, but the downside to third gear is that he turns like into a chibi version of himself for like a minute.
yeah. I think Luffy will win this one, just barely.
Okay. Because I don't know how good Gohan can do against a rubber man.
Yeah.
And before you ask, yes, it is.
Yeah. And I can see Deadpool saying, good thing that was the 4 kids version.
He
I
ran
did
the
watch.
nun piece version.
Huh?
Deadpool would like the nun piece version of him.
Yeah. I did watch a clip of the One Piece 4 kids when Nami was crying. It was so cringe.
Yeah, she's not even stabbing her shoulder.
And the voice acting was horrible.
It was.
I mean, 4 kids, their voice actors sucked.
Yeah.
The only good 4 kids voice acting was Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't care for their later projects like Sonic X and like One Piece.
It's funny because I remember seeing this 4Kids thing where all the characters from 4Kids are singing the national anthem.
Yeah, and I remember this one this one YouTuber made a reaction of it of characters saying no, 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 and including Davy Jones dying. Anyway, um, oh, Kyrie grabs the key and uses it to unlock the arena. Um, she and Sakura sneaks in. She sees finally after all this time, she sees Sora and Naruto. They see Naruto and Sora relaxing, and Sora and Kairi says, "Guy," and Kairi uses her phone and says, "Guys, I found them." Somehow her phone communicates with all the other females hero, all the other heroines. When they get reunited, I can see Kyrie running up to Sora and Sora, huh? When Sora turns around and Kyrie, then she slaps and Sakura wins after seeing that. Said, "What was that for?" She said, "Sorry, I wanted to make sure that was real." He says, "Oh yeah, it's real," but then she gets slaps again. This time in frustration. What were you doing? So why did you set the sacrifices up for me? Why? Why do you always have to do this, Sora? Why do you always have to play the hero? Don't you? Then she starts crying on his chest, and it's gonna be the best voice acting Allison Stoner does as Kyrie, because I don't think Hayden's coming back as Kyrie.
Well, since yeah, but I'd rather have Hayden be
Yeah,
Kyrie.
then I'll make it to Hayden. It's gonna be her best voice acting as Kyrie. Then Sora says, "Kyrie, I had to do this. I couldn't let you. If I didn't do that, you'd probably be the one fighting these guys. And who knows? I'm not saying you can't fight, but I'm saying this. You are stronger than you think, Kyrie." And I she interrupted him by kissing him. And Sakura goes, "Oh." Then she sees Naruto, Sakura. When he thinks about to get a hug, she punches him. "Where the hell have you been? That was for making me worry, you jerk." And said,
I'm sorry, it's not like I planned for this to happen.
"Yeah." Then she says, "Yeah, right. You just owe your girlfriend a date." Naruto's like, "Did you say girl?" And she kisses him.
I said, he's like, hey, Sora, could you hit me, please? Wait, why? I want to know I'm not dreaming.
Yeah, okay. Then Sora says, okay. Actually, Luffy will be the one to do it.
Be like,
And,
gum, gum, pistol!
and then he said, what? He asked for me to do it. And said, you're Luffy, aren't you? He said, yeah. Nami's looking for you. Nami? Then then they hear Luffy. Then they all get in a tearful reunion. Then, but Rookie and Orocho wonder where is Ichigo.
You can see Sora and Naruto apologizing to Ruki and Ochako.
Yeah, and they said, "Don't worry, it's not your fault. It's that creep Andy." And and Naruto said, "I still think that's a stupid name for a villain." And says, "Yeah, I'm kind. I hate to say this, but I agree with Naruto here." Says, Ed. Then Ed says Riza and says, "Commander Riza, report. What are you doing here?" She says, "Well, I don't know how I got here, somehow, but we gotta find your friends and defeat this Indian creep before things get worse." I Then one of his henchmen says, "I know what he's planning. He's planning to use all your powers to rule the universe. You see, yeah, he had a lust for power. That was his motivation ever since he was a kid. He did." Naruto says, "Wait, he doesn't have a sad backstory. He doesn't. He doesn't have." And Source said, "He's evil just for the sake of being evil. That's messed up." We like it because villains are supposed to be
Really,
evil,
he doesn't need a motive.
right? Yeah, he doesn't.
I mean, Nami would have a comment saying, "What? Half the people in our world are all villains that are evil just because they want to be evil."
Yeah, and Sora said, "This guy would make Maleficent. This guy would make Maleficent be one of her cronies." And Sora says, "Now I don't see Maleficent much of a threat as I used to." Meanwhile, Andy says, "What's going on?" And he sees, "Oh no, they're reunited, which means their emotional supporters are here. Well, I gotta do villains. I need you. I need you to take. I'm gonna change the plans. We're gonna have you fight the heroes. I'm gonna announce it soon. Give me Ken. Ken. Ken's no longer in the room. He doesn't know that he betrayed him yet. He still pretended to be loyal. Ken says, "Look, I know where your missing friends are, so I'm going to give you the keys for the room of darkness. But the heroes can't leave. Only, but Kyrie says, but we can. Ochako, um, Rukia, since you two are close to them, you go save them. We'll stay here. We need a plan of attack on Andy." Right. And Naruto says, "Well, sit down, Naruto." So Sakura, when we get this, did you say I was your boyfriend earlier? And she said, "No, what are you, Dev? Of course I did."
Just making sure this is all real still.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not like that horrible nightmare I had where I loved Hinata out of pity. After I saw Genjutsu, and even Luffy would say that's dumb.
I can see him asking what changed Sakura's mind.
Let me tell you the truth, Naruto. I never was in love with Sasuke. I was just infatuated with him. He never showed me what love is. Whenever I'm around him, he makes me feel bad. When I'm around you, I feel good. You make me smile, Naruto, and not just a fake smile, a genuine the smile. I really do feel happy around you. Naruto was Naruto kissed and said nothing but kissed her. And Kyrie said, "Aww." Spider and Peter says, "I wish Mary Jane was here." Because in this one, it's after the Devil's Breath, and they got back together.
So after the first game?
Yep. Before the second one.
Okay, so Miles is doing his own thing
Yeah.
in his game.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rukia and Ochako were on their way to the dungeon. Then they see some prison. They're not. They're not in the room of darkness yet, but they do see some prisoners, including some cameos from well, one. How about some Barney? One cameo from Barney the dinosaur and says, "I've been sentenced to death," and he's still happy about it. Everyone's like, "Oh, shut up!" And they see Hannibal They see Hannibal Lecter. Actually, no, that's too dark.
Yeah. Assuming he's not eating somebody there.
Right, and Andy's too. Andy was gonna bring him in and said no. Even I'm not that insane.
Like one face.
Yeah. How about how about nostalgic critic again? This time he's in a straight jacket and saying, "But back credit card, back credit." It's driving him. It's still driving him bonkers. And then, wow, these guys are so insane. And then the final cameo is, for now, it's Mark Hamill's Joker, and he was decking out his cards. From that one episode where he says in the rakes. I forgot what he said. It was when Batman was looking for Scarecrow. Speaking of which, I gotta say something. Rest in peace, Arlene Sorkin.
Yeah.
She had MS, and that sucks. That's how she died.
I heard it was lung cancer she had.
She had lung cancer?
That's what I heard.
Oh. I thought it was MS. Anyway, rest in peace, Bob Barker, too.
Yeah. It's like losing Kevin Conroy and Jason David Frank within the same week.
Yeah. That I'm still bummed about Kevin Conroy's death. Back to the story. They see Deku and Ichigo shouting out in pain because their powers are being sucked. And they try to find a way to turn it off. Rukia. Rukia is the one who figured it out. Then some bodyguards try to get them in a fight, and both girls hold their own against them. I can see Rukia saying pushovers.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sora, Naruto, and Luffy and Spider-Man explain their plans. Okay, we're gonna get in the battlefield, and then we're gonna fight each. We're all gonna fight each other. I know what to do for us to beat them. We're gonna all fight each other one on. Then the camera cuts. We're all gonna fight each other one on one. And Andy says, "You will." He thinks about it. Then he says, "Congratulations, you all gotta actually. You won't fight each other. You'll fight them instead." Sora says, "Who?" "Oh, just some special warriors. I
My
recruited."
champions.
Yeah, my champions. Ahsoka says, "Who are your champions?" Then she hears, "Oh," and then after Luffy hears that, Luffy says, "Did that come? Where did that come from?" And actually, Naruto said, "Where did that come from?" And Luffy said, "I think it came out of me, because I think even Luffy would be scared of Darth Vader."
Yeah, who wouldn't be?
And Luffy's not afraid of anybody, because he's stupid.
I think he'll only probably be afraid of his Nami.
Yeah. And Sword turned around and it was a lot of villains from all their past. Ahsoka sees Darth Vader. Naruto sees Sasuke.
Really, not Pain.
Actually, Pain. And he wonders what? Pain's alive? And Ed sees father and says no. But
Gohan sees Cell.
yeah, and what would Sora's enemy be?
What is it? Wouldn't it be Xehanort
Yeah, but
or Xemnas?
yeah, Xemnas.
And then Aang sees Azula.
Yeah. And don't worry. If
Then Luffy sees Rob Lucci and he goes, "Pigeon guy!" Because Rob Lucci has a pigeon on his shoulder most of the arc.
yeah.
Would they also see a mind-controlled Byakuya as well?
Yeah. And then he said, "Oh, tomorrow is your matchup against these villains, and if you win."
They might also see a mind-controlled Bakugo if we're not going to use Shigaraki.
Yeah. Sora says, I can see some of the villains having doubts, but Sora gives this speech about not giving up and trusting your heart and all that.
I can also see like Venom just hiding there, ready to mock them.
Yeah. And
Can
last but not least,
it be the Hank Azaria Venom?
yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then tomorrow at noon is the championship matchup against the champions. And don't worry. He snaps I see you release Rookie. At least you release Deku and Ichigo. I guess they could be part of the matchup. Then you bring them their villains.
Well, Bakugo is more of a rival to Deku.
Oh, okay.
Byakuya is not really a
That's
villain.
Rookie. That's Rukia's brother, right?
Yes. Hence why I said they're both mind controlled.
Yeah, and I could see Rukia saying, "Brother," and Ichigo says, "I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get him back. I promise you this." And I'm not. And Naruto smiles and says, "Wait, you keep that promise, Ichigo, because you're gonna keep that promise, Ichigo, because I'm gonna make sure you do it. We're gonna beat you, Andy." Then then Ahsoka is having some doubts. Is having is feeling down about Anakin being Darth Vader. She feels this might. I don't think this would have happened if I didn't lead the Jedi Order.
No, I'm pretty sure it would have happened regardless.
Yeah, but she still blames herself on that. She said, "What about Padme?" Of course, she went to Padme's funeral.
Yes, and they now retcon that she was actually there.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings on that. I mean, I could see her doing that. She
I
cared,
feel that would draw way too much attention to her.
even if she is in disguise.
Yeah.
But you know what? I might retcon her knowing about the Skywalker twins.
I could see that.
Yeah. I could see. Sora says, "Ahsoka, listen. I heard about your story with Anakin, and I knew a friend that went down that path, but he went back to the light. If he could come back, if my friend can come back, maybe Anakin can." And Ahsoka says, "You're wrong. Darth Vader is a monster. He killed nearly everyone, half the population. Everyone fears him." And Luffy says, "Yeah, no kidding. I still need to wipe my pants." And then Sora says, "Don't give up. That's what your master from your old life would want you to do." And Ahsoka said, "You're right." Then they all get their sleep. And Kairi and Sakura gives Naruto a good luck kiss. And Rukia says, "Ichigo, listen. You don't make it back. I just want to say this. I love you." Then she kisses him. And Luffy says, "What are they doing?" And Nami says, "You are so dumb." And Peter says, Peter's Peter still misses Mary Jane.
Yeah.
And Cloud Cloud and Tifa hug. They kiss as well. And because he has a, you know what? Then Sephiroth came. I forgot to add him. "I'm going to defeat you, Sephiroth," says Cloud, "once and for all." And Sephiroth says something. "The only way to defeat me is to embrace the darkness." "Why don't you embrace it, Cloud?" "I can't. I made a promise that I'll never give in to darkness." And he said, "Ha ha. That don't you know that darkness does not mean evil?" "Maybe so. Maybe so," Sephiroth says Cloud. "But I know you're gonna use me for for doing for doing villainous acts." I know you'll use me to kill all those I care about. That's not why I'm going to the darkness. Because I won't let you hurt my friends. Then they get all this battle. Then Sora fights Zemnis. So, you know what? That kind of miss having you around. Not. And Zemnis says something. Oh, said something like he says something like you always make these metaphors in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? And Sora could say something like, "You know what? I heard Axel's right. You were never his superior."
Oh my god.
What?
I just got this YouTube notification from Yellow Flash 2 about American men blasted for consuming meat. Vegan spirits they won't consider cows' feelings. I'm sorry, I just had to say that.
I I won't just dignify that because I'm trying to be happy. Anyway.
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. Anyway. And Sora says something like, Axel's right. You were never his superior. You're never Roxas. He's not they're their own person. You can't force him to join your organization. You were wrong. And Zemnis says, ha ha ha. You see, I wanted them, those fools. I wanted to take over you, Sora. Then Sora says, Xehanort is not in your control. Why are you still a nobody? And he says, you forgot the rules of time travel, didn't you? And Sora says, oh no.
We're doing this shit again.
So let's just skip that part and go back to fighting.
Boring. Let's fight.
That was from Robot Chicken, wasn't it?
Yes.
George W. Bush fighting Abe Lincoln in Jedi fight. That was funny.
And to be fair, it's probably a good way to just transition into the fight. Like, wait, are you even listening to me? Nope.
Yeah. And Source, then Darth, then Deadpool says, "Wow, he's bringing out his lightsabers. Luckily, Disney did now own Star Wars, or else I didn't know why George Lucas didn't sue Square Enix for that in 2006."
Yeah.
And JD said, "Well, technically, it was 2005 because it was made in 2000 because it was made in Japan in 2005. Came to Japan in 2005. America, actually, he says it.
Actually, I feel like Wiz would say that.
Yeah."
But then Boo's like, "Shut up! Nobody cares, Wiz."
And Sora does the final blow against Zemnis like he did against Riku by sending a beam of light, and that kills him for good. And Sora says, "I don't know if that'll kill him for good because he may come back again."
This is what, the third time he's come back?
Yes.
Well, fourth if you count Dream Drop.
Yeah. And I don't. Well, the less we talk about Dream Drop, the better. Sora helps Naruto out with pain.
Because he lets him in on that 5-second delay he's got between jutsu.
Yeah. and then Naruto has this vision of a boy. The boy from the back, a boy about his age or younger. He turns the boy around. And he sees his eyes. He doesn't have his eyes or his whisk, but Sakura's green eyes and forehead, and he smiles like Sakura. And he says, "Wow, for some reason, you make me happy." And he says, "Go, go get him, Dad."
Like, wait, what?
He raises he raises his fist like Kushina. Actually, his daughter would do that most likely.
I feel like Sheena, when he's younger, would do that.
Yeah. When he said, "Dad," for some reason, Pain, I'm just motivated to kick your ass even further. Then he uses his toad summons and asks Sora, "Do you have any summons?" And he says, "Yeah, I do." It's Wreck-It Ralph. He said, "This better be important, Sora. I just got done. I just got done with my game." Then he builds him a ship or builds some weapons, and they all use their powers to defeat Pain. Pain was defeated by Wreck-It Ralph.
Kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, and I can see Andy saying, "Oh, got be defeated by the video game character. How ironic." Sora says, "All right, let, let's take care of the others. Let's go help the others. They'll make their way."
Sora goes to help Ichigo save Byakuya.
Yeah, as soon as each hero wins, they go help the others.
Just think Naruto goes to help Deku.
Yeah, and Naruto and Deku says they both apologize. Actually, Sora goes to Ichigo and he says, "Sorry, I beat you," and Ichigo says, "Apology accepted."
I can see Ichigo jabbing Sora in the stomach for that.
Yeah,
Because he would do that.
I agree.
You think Peter would help Luffy fight Lucci?
Yeah,
Because Lucci's pretty strong.
yeah,
His spider sense and webs would really help out the fight. Plus, Peter's fought like huge guys before, like Rhino and Tombstone.
yeah. He could say some jokes like, you make you may be strongest Rhino, but you sure are smarter than him."
Well, technically, Lucci is smarter since he's a trained assassin.
Yeah. Yeah, I said he is smarter than Rhino.
Sorry, I thought that was an isn't.
Yeah. Actually, he would say this by fighting Rhino. Only Rhino is an idiot.
I'm guessing Venom joins in the fight.
Yeah. He said, "What's wrong, Spidey? Got no quips to sell?" Then he chokes. Then he grabs Peter and throws him and punches him. Says, "When I get through with you, I will make sure you never see MJ again. And if I don't, Manifesto will."
I feel like you're foreshadowing something, Eddie.
It says Manifesto, the guy actually, One More Day almost happened, but Spider-Man's there's a flashback of One More Day almost happening. Spider-Man said no. "What do you mean no?" Said, "No, Aunt-Man wouldn't want me to do this. She want me to be happy, and I'm not."
I mean, in the game, she had helped him make the choice between her and the whole city.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna trade away my friends, my life, for Aunt May because she would not want me to do that. So go away. So, no, or as he would say, get the hell out of here.
I can see Luffy just like punching Venom like really hard off Peter.
Yeah, and he grabs Peter and he grabs him, and holds him down, and Spidey says, and Sora does the magic, more magic with the punch, like in the Endgame or Infinity War. I mean, I'm gonna watch. You know what? I haven't watched the Infinity Saga in a long time. I'm gonna do that sometime. Anyway,
how would Gohan be fighting with Cell?
How did he beat him?
He beat him in a Kamehameha struggle with one arm.
Then he'll do it with that. But with Naruto helping him.
The only way he really was because Vegeta distracted Cell enough for Gohan to get the upper hand.
Oh.
So they'd have to cast like magic just to distract Cell enough.
Yeah. And I could see Sora summoning Genie, and Genie says, "Oh, I'll be right back, folks. Gotta get a snack," which he knows he's lying. And Genie helps Naruto when he's dressed like a teenage ninja turtle.
I can see Naruto's actually like, what is that? What is he wearing?
He said, "I'm gonna," and he says, like, "Cowabunga, dudes."
They're like this. They're like having those like anime, like, what is happening? Cringe looks.
Yeah. And Deadpool's like, "Oh, he's Michelangelo. I felt like Uncle Phil were here."
Oh my god.
And then after all, and Ahsoka fights Darth Vader. He says, "Anakin, listen to me. You have children now." She knows that there's the Anakin in there still inside. You have to fight Vader. And
Is he gonna do that? I have kids now?
Yeah, but he's gonna do it seriously. What?
Wait, he told me I killed Padme, so that doesn't add up.
Wait. Then he cries, and then he breaks down and cries. I don't know if like
I think these tears are short-circuiting my helmet.
And Ahsoka hugs him and says, "You're back, Master. You're back." And he said, "I'm sorry, Snips. It's okay. It's okay, Sky Guy.
I'm half the man I used to be.
But now you're back." What about Azula versus Aang?
Maybe Ed's helping her. Him.
Yeah.
Along with Riza.
Yeah. Does he? He doesn't kill her. He just sends her back to her world. So, but she doesn't have any memory. He doesn't. He makes sure she doesn't have any memories of her because she
was the Beyonder part of this.
Yeah. Aang does a bend, and Ed uses his automail to erase her memory with the bending, and it sends her back to her world. Then when she comes back and she's, "Where am I? What's going on?" She doesn't. Then she says, "For some reason, I just feel like I've been defeated."
Did she say this from a jail cell?
Yeah. Later on, Andy sees the Andy sees all of his after after all his villains defeat. Andy says, "If you want something right, you got to do it yourself." Then he gives his own power, self some power with a powerful machine. And says, "Why did I do this at the beginning?"
Because you are stupid.
He, that's Deadpool would say.
Yeah, or boomstick.
Yeah, and he turns into a giant, Godzilla-sized monster, and the heroes get in the battle.
So I can see Sora being like, "You're big, fought bigger."
Yeah,
Cloud would probably say something like that too.
yeah. I never seen him do quips or anything.
Yeah, Cloud isn't really known for quips.
Yeah, and Spidey says, "That dude is Godzilla-sized," and Ed says, "Godzilla?" Says he's a giant monster movie. It's very, it's very
I
cool.
feel Deku might know that.
Yeah. And he says, "Oh, what's your favorite Godzilla movie?" And Peter says, "Oh, it's what we like to make a Godzilla." They get the Godzilla nerdgasm.
Because I can also see them going on like that, but then Maka goes saying, "Shut up, you damn nerds!"
Yeah, and, and Kyrie says, Kyrie does this speech. Look, guys, this guy may be bigger than us, but he's got something we don't have. We got bigger hearts than he does. And Andy says, "That is corny even for you, Kyrie." Then he, then he, then he grabs his sword, and it's like a keyblade. And it's, oh no! Oh no! Then they swipes. Well, but they jump before he could hit him. Then he smashes the building to make sure the building falls on them, but they avoid the buildings. Then they save all the people that didn't. What, like, including one of them is Tommy from Rugrats. Sora saved him.
Okay.
And King,
Randomly there for some reason.
well, yeah,
Wait, is this like baby Tommy or like old grown up Tommy?
baby Tommy.
Ah, okay.
And he says, "Wow, that guy is cool." And then somehow Andy got stronger. Then he says, "All of you are weak compared to me. You may have defeated your own villains, but you." And Sora stands up and he helps Naruto up. Says, "We're not going to give up without a fight." Then he hears. Then Spider-Man gets up and says, "Spidey, is this you on your left?" Then he looks. It was Doctor Strange with other heroes from other franchises, like the MCU, like the Marvel superheroes.
Okay. What about like from Naruto or My Hero or One Piece?
Yep,
He brings Luffy's crew.
yep. Luffy's crew, all of the Disney allies, all of the plus Riku, Roxas, Shion, and Axel.
And the Wayward Trio.
Yep,
Is that what Terra Aqua and Ven are called?
yep. And and Sora says it's gonna be like the portal scene in Endgame.
Okay. Because Deku's got a lot of hero allies he can count upon.
Yeah, and then he says, "Avengers, assemble."
Hmm.
And then all use their powers and might to take care of Andy, and Andy starts to grow weak. And he says, "I got this power of it." Ah! And he uses it to blast them. And then Sora sees what his ultimate weakness is. What would you say would be fitting for his weakness?
I don't know.
How about Sora sees his heart. Sora says, "How about if I lock his heart? I'll lock him. It might just be crazy to work." Then he looks for something to fly at, and he said, and Naruto says, I'm jump. I'll make sure you get up there." And he says, "How?" He says, "Shadow Jutsu." Then he had the clones to throw him up to the sky, and Sora uses his Keyblade to lock his heart. And Andy says, "No!" Then Sora asks. Then Sora jumps on one of his on Baymax, and he slashes through Baymax. Then Spidey webs him, and Edward uses one of his alchemy to burn him, and Cloud cuts off his knees, and then he lost his knee, and Andy falls down. Then Sora delivers the final blow, knocks him off for good. Andy's dead.
Then what? Madam Web and the Beyonders show up.
Yep. And she says, "Keep it." And Master Yen said too, "Keep it, Sora. You are the savior of all worlds. You did it again. The universe owes you a great debt." And Master Yen says, "Sora, you are now hereby declared Keyblade Master." Then he hands the Keyblade and hands him the most powerful weapon of all, the Ultima weapon.
Cool.
It says,
"Is it the KH3 one?"
Yeah.
Because that does look the coolest.
Yeah. Then he uses it to lock down the worlds and bring back the heroes. Wait, before we go, I just want to say, guys, it's been a real pleasure knowing you. Especially you, Naruto. You helped me get through with this. Thanks. And they both shook their hand. They both shook each other's hands. I wish there was a way for us to meet again. And Sora says, "Maybe there is. Maybe there is." Yen said, "Can you make a spell for us to meet again somehow?" And he said, "Yes. Here, use this. Use this key. It's not a real Keyblade, but it's Keyblade to other dimensions. You can open it and see each other anytime, in case you need it." "Yeah, thanks. Well, see you guys. Come on, Kyrie. Let's go." And so you join Kyrie, Riku, and the others back to their own worlds. Naruto returns to Konoha, and Ichigo returns to his world. What's his city called? Yeah. And Ed and Riza reunites with their loved ones. And when he throws a wrench at him and said, "Where the hell have you been?" He said one of their kids needs diaper changed.
I can see when Natsu and Urza get back, Gray's like, Where you been, guys? The games are about to start soon." I'm like, "Oh man, I forgot about those."
And Aang comes back and reunites with Katara and says, where have you been, gang? But unlike Winry, she's calm and she's a little bit calm about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm guessing Tifa and Cloud go back to Midgar.
Or Radiant Guard.
Right. I keep going to Midgar because that's where they're from
Yeah, I know,
originally.
but this is Kingdom Hearts of Cloud.
Right. So,
Yeah.
and Gohan goes back to his world.
Yeah. And Luffy's back on his ship with the pirates.
And they're going to Thriller Bark next.
Yep. And as for Sora, his journey for now is over. And he's
I'm
gonna get
guessing with Naruto and Sakura, they go back and they're still together.
Yep. And when Ino says it, ha! I knew you two would get together. Pay up to Shikamaru.
What a drag.
And then he sees them together and he's secretly happy for them.
Do they still have like the Kage Summon and the war to go through?
Yeah, but it's handled better.
All right, yeah, it's handled better. Plus, Naruto and Sark knows they have more allies they can count on.
Yep. And
plus, if they get Gohan and Piccolo, they can destroy the moon to prevent the infinite Tsukuyomi.
yeah. And then you know how the final scene went with Stanley and Walt Disney at a pub, like how it should have ended pub. He said, and and that's how the story ended. And it was with Superman and Batman. It's Superman. I don't know why we were part of the story, but we get sucked in. And he said, and Batman said, "Yeah, it would have been awesome for us to fight this Andy guy, which is a stupid name for a villain." So,
I know. I've had my Rose Gallery has the stupidest names ever, to be honest.
yeah. And it says, yeah, but if they invited, but if Andy invited us, we would probably would have ended the story in 5 seconds. And Batman says, yeah, that's true. Because I'm dog, don't say it. So anyway, what now? Then the heroes join him at the pub. He says, grab a cup of coffee.
I think we're gonna need a bigger booth. I'm guessing Andy's getting thrown out of the villain's pub.
Yeah. He's trying to redeem himself.
Sorry, Bowser, get rid of him.
Yeah, since no one knows he was Anakin. I mean, since little people knew he was Darth Vader, he's gonna keep it that way from now on. He killed the Emperor. Of course, he killed the Emperor after he came back.
Master, Lord Vader. Guessing he shows up at the pub and just walks through all the villains there and just goes after Palps.
Yeah, you said you lied to me. That I killed Palpatine. I mean, Padme. I said, no, I didn't. She said, why does she have 2 kids? She lost the will to. You lost, and he didn't believe her and says, Snips, let's get her.
I can see the other villains in the pub going like, wait, she lost the will to live? That's the best you could come up with, Paps? That sounds like something Loki would say.
Yeah. And Joker says, I wonder why what cameos for like Samurai Jack or Courage the Cowardly Dog or Kim Possible at least. So Some Samurai Jack, maybe because they're too OP or not strong enough to be in this story.
Because I could also see Aku being in the villain's pub.
Yeah. Surprised Mojo Jojo isn't.
He'd be. I'd love if he was there or him.
Yeah. Good. 1998 Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, the OG ones.
Yeah.
Because I feel like him got faded out of existence in the 2016 reboot.
The less I talk about that, the better. I remember when it came out, I said, I don't know if I'd rather watch that or Teen Titans Go.
You know, it's so weird how those voice effects on Tom Kane for him still sound great.
Yeah, didn't he have a stroke?
Yeah. And he's retired.
That's unfortunate,
Yeah.
but necessary.
Now who are we gonna get to voice Yoda?
I don't know.
I mean, Frank Oz can't do it. Probably won't do it.
Is he still doing Miss Piggy?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything Muppets related in like years.
Yeah. And anyway, then Sora finds out about his next mission, and he summoned. Then it's gonna be like the Across the Spider-Man ending. It's gonna be years later though. This time
You mean into the Spider-Verse?
into the Spider-Verse first. Yeah,
Because Across ended on a cliffhanger.
yeah. What I mean is he's summoning the heroes.
So is he gonna be like the Miguel of this group?
No, Sora.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but
Only
he's not
he's
gonna be a hard ass.
He's not as like strict as Miguel is.
Yeah, he says we got another mission, and and Naruto says, "All right." Then he hears a baby. Then they hear a baby laugh, and he's breaking along and said, "Don't tell your mom."
Why he's got Sheena with him?
Actually, it's Hanami.
Oh, so okay.
I think Hanami's more fitting because Hanami's
Because of
based off of
Mayday.
Mayday Parker. But would Sheena work too?
What?
Would Sheena work or just Hanami?
Well, how much of a time skip is it?
5 years. Yeah, Sheena.
Probably Sheena, since Hanami isn't born till he's like at least 4 or 5.
Yeah. And then Sora says, "Hey, you brought your kid. So did I." He has a son too. And Ichigo says, "I have a daughter." Only she's at home.
Yeah, Rukia wasn't gonna let me bring her.
Yeah, and how about you, Luffy? Do you have any kids? He says, "No, not yet." And Ahsoka, and Sora says, "Let's."
Would Gohan bring Pan in?
No, I think actually, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he and Videl still get together.
Yeah. And then we end on a cliffhanger on who the next threat is.
And who would that be?
This time it's gonna be an OG villain.
Okay.
Master Masters.
Ah. Yeah, I
What's
can
he?
see there being a group of all these characters is kind of like the Spider-Verse group.
Yeah.
Only
And
with
then-
someone of only with a better leader.
Only yeah. And they actually go to And in one of their universe, they actually go to an opposite gender universe, and Naruto meets Naruto.
Cool.
And Naruto, unlike Naruto, is responsible, is smart.
You mean this Naruto or
This Naruto,
current Naruto?
well, this Naruto, this Naruto is smart. He's still stupid. I mean,
But he is responsible, isn't he?
yeah, he's still stupid. But Naruto is smart
Ah, okay.
and says, "Oh, that's cute. I have a daughter myself." Then she showed pictures of her family.
I feel she'd do that a lot.
Yeah, I think she's my favorite character to write.
There's just so much you could do with her.
Yeah, she's she's way more likable than Naruto.
Yeah. I think she has a like devil costume.
Yeah, she does it for with Sakura.
Yeah. I feel like she would have something like that from that one Omake where he uses
Yeah.
that. So they just like go. Can you imagine these guys just like hanging out?
Yeah,
I can see like Deku just hanging out with like Naruto and Sora.
my mom's calling me. I'll be.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Still there?
Yeah.
We're gonna continue on for about 10 minutes, okay? Before we.
Okay.
Okay. As you know, Naruto is Hokage,
Right.
and Sora is the main Keyblade Master. He even surpassed Aqua.
Wow. Is Deku the top hero in his world?
Yep, and Luffy's king of the pirates.
Sweet.
As for Spider-Man, he's now a a a college professor.
Where he actually makes good money.
Yep. He still he has he still struggles with his life, but he works it out.
I feel like him and MJ have a good budget between their jobs.
Yeah, since she's a reporter, which I'm not against. A lot of people are against, but I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, it's different for.
And and Edward, what was Edward's job now that would he be a cop or something?
I don't. I don't know. He was a state alchemist, but is that still even a thing?
I don't think so. How about Ichigo?
I see him probably being a captain in the Soul Society with Rugia.
Yeah. And what about Kyrie? Since she's married to Sora, what would she be?
She'd be a Keyblade Master with him.
Yeah. And I could see her. Would Would you see her ruling over raiding guards since she's a princess?
Yes,
And Sora's the king?
he's the new master.
Yeah. But she's still the boss of him. And Naruto asks how Sakura's doing, and she says, "Oh, she's doing fine. We just had our. This is Hanami, our second baby." And Sora says, "Oh, how's Gina doing anyway?" Implying he knows. Actually, no, I was. This is our baby, Shinakachu. I mean, and Shinakachu smiles and, "Hey, this is cool. This is my son Rox. I named him after my nobody."
I can see Deku showing off his kids without Chaco.
Yeah. Does he? He shows them pictures.
Yeah.
They have triplets.
So far, I think only Deku, from what I see in art, he only has like 2 kids.
Really, I could see him saying. I could see him saying when Chako was giving birth, it was a nightmare, and Naruto said,
He used
"Oh,
her corpse to float during it."
yeah," and Naruto said, "Oh, tell me about it." Sakura, Sakura was a pain in my ass when Shinakachi was giving birth. How was Kairi giving? She says, he says, surprisingly, it was kind of, it was, it was, it wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad either. Because I could see Kairi just just giving birth and being calm, being a little calm about it. And when let's just say what Sakura said to Naruto isn't suitable for children, what she's gonna do if she gets him pregnant again. Of course, she really didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Then when Naruto's ramen cooks, Naruto said, "Here you go, Shinakachu. Here's your ramen." And Sora says, Naruto, isn't he too young to eat ramen?" He said, "What do you mean? Isn't he like 6 months old or something?" He's 7 actually. But I had ramen when I was his age, according to Iruka Sensei.
He sees Gina just downing it like nothing.
Yeah, he ate that in 5 seconds. He says, "Yeah, that's my boy." And then he says, and then well, he's 7 months old. He wouldn't be talking. He wouldn't be saying something yet.
Yeah, it'd be too soon for that.
Yeah. And yeah. And then he says, "Why are we here?" And he said, "No, is there anything bad happening?" He said, "No, not really. I just thought we all would just hang out." He says, "Okay." So, have there been any threats? He says, "Just a bunch of heartless, but not much. Not much." And Edward says, "Yeah, it's been peaceful where I live, but someday there's always gonna be threats. As much as we wish for world peace, it's not gonna happen." And Naruto says, "Yeah, I agree. There's. I have a feeling the next Pain or the next Itosuki are planning their next move. I don't know when, but we will find out, and we will defeat them before they could destroy us. And that's how it's gonna end. And Sora says, "We'll be ready. We got each other." He says, "Right." And that ends up with the heroes doing a high five, except and the end credits roll, and that's it. That was fun,
Yeah.
especially talking about the different heroes and their personalities.
Yeah. And all like the cameos.
Yeah, and the jokes. Yeah, I hope Lucky Chi comes up. I mean, not Lucky Chi. Yeah, Lucky Chi does. We do one with Lucky Chi someday.
Yeah.
I was, of course, his Naruto podcast is next week.
That was the 16th.
Oh, I get those dates mixed up.
We should ask him if it's still on that date. You never know if he might change it or not.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't change it.
'Cause I gotta take that day off work.
Yeah. Hope someday the three of us will do one on a Saturday. Whenever you can ask for a day off.
I could try.
Yeah.
I think we'll have some pretty interesting things to say about Madara in this next one.
Yeah.
If First Evil joins, he's not gonna hold back.
No. I don't know what happened to James S. Cassidy.
Yeah, he just disappeared.
I know. Did you ask does Lucky know?
I don't know actually.
I was hoping he would be my Shinakachu podcast. He would, and actually, now I think about it, I'm glad he did because he would go on a big rant.
Yeah, he likes the monologue, doesn't he?
Yeah. I just love what in the first Naruto podcast we did. I just love when he was pointing out Naruto's flaws. Father, I pointed out Homer Simpson was a better dad. It says,
Yeah,
he says the reason why Homer is a better father is because Naruto because Naruto doesn't learn anything. Just feels sorry for himself. I think that's what he said. I need to listen to
you guys
that.
brought up like do it for her.
Yeah. I brought up actually he was the one that brought it up. I brought up the soapbox derby episode. Him wanting to be a good father for Bart.
Yeah, which at the time we did that, I hadn't watched the do it for her thing, so I didn't know what that was. But now that I have watched it, I understand it.
Yeah. Homer, unlike Naruto, tries to be his good dad.
Yeah, like earlier, Bar on the Road showed that.
Yeah.
So it seems like he's more of a good father to Lisa.
Yeah, and he tries to be one for Bart.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, that Saturdays of Thunder was one of the Homer Bart episode done right.
Yeah. I don't see Naruto doing that for Boruto.
No.
I don't see him neglecting Shinakachu either. You know what I mean by that?
I can see him being there for Sheena.
Yeah, I don't see him. He doesn't know. He doesn't know about his kids. I don't see Naruto doing that with Shinakachu.
Yeah, I feel like he's like Uncle Phil and Homer put together, where he's there for them.
But he's still stupid.
Yeah. There's one thing I remember from that Fresh Prince episode where Phil yelled at Will's dad, like, "I didn't run out on my family. I was there for them every day."
Because that's what a man does. The actor that played Will's dad cried after he left the.
After that scene ended, yeah, I read that because that is probably like the best episode of Fresh Prince, honestly.
I know. I hate dads like him, like Will's dad.
Yeah.
That's
it
why
actually shows that how Will and Uncle Phil's relationship grew over those 4 seasons.
Yeah, he's always a pain in the ass, but he's still there for him. He never gave up on Will.
Yeah, and the final episode showed that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love this final scene when Will was standing there by himself. That was one of the best sitcoms of all time.
Yeah.
It's one of the rare sitcoms that ended on a high note.
Till that weird reboot came along.
I haven't seen that one. I know it's a drama, but I still haven't watched it. I'm going to end the broadcast, okay?
All right.
It's good to see you.
Yep. See you later.
I'll let you know when the next one is, okay?